Tomorrow is the court with James Doc Ray in the city of Anna. I have no hard feelings against James Doc Ray. He's just doing his job. He probably is doing it because of Kimber, landlord. He's probably doing it for whatever reason to save his job. As a business owner, I got to look at it, and I'm going to treat it like a normal day, a normal case. And unfortunately, Doc Ray's got 37 questions to testify against under. Anybody else that shows up, we'll pull out some more questions. Kimberly Ann will not be testifying. Or Kimberly Deanne. Ann is not her real name. She will not be testifying because everybody knows she's the landlord, and right there the case is out of the water. She cannot use any facts, any testification, nothing from her. The prosecutor was seen a couple weeks ago out here taking photos of the property. So he'll be showing that it looks different again in front of the court. Most of the stuff, as everybody knows, is clients or investors, so they have to prove if it's mine or whose it is. But unfortunately, I don't have to give out the information of what property it belongs to legally. If it's a client or investor, I don't have to give that information out. So at the end of the day, they don't really have a case. If somehow I'm found guilty in one, I have within 10 days, just like everybody else does. If you go to court, no matter it's a citation, speeding ticket, whatever, you have 10 days to appeal it. We are going to appeal it to state court. The state court will make their ruling. 90% of the time, the local court does not appeal it because it's more money for them. It'll sit there and sit there and sit there. So we know we have the people that we know about this case real good. Legal aids and everything that we have, we're doing it. Already know the case is going to be thrown out once it gets to state court. So at the end of the day, they've wasted money. Somebody is saying that they're going to try to use this as eviction. They cannot. There's nothing in the legal document, the rentals agreement, about this as eviction. So at the end of the day, once again, that's thrown out. So at the end of the day, the person that starts the rumors needs to read and understand it, and go to Texas Attorney General's office page and go read some stuff, because right now it's in my favor, not that landlord's person or the owner or the property management or anything. It's actually in my favor. And, you know, everybody knows there's a couple people sniffing around, looking for something, and aware of what the situation is too. So, the more heads are sniffing around, the harder it gets for other people, and everything. So we have 37 questions for James Doc Ray tomorrow. Personally, he's a good guy, but he's doing what he's got to do. Well, I don't know who Armstronged him there. Hopefully he doesn't lose his job in the long run, because, there's cause and effects to everything that somebody does. I hope whoever is, if they did something, I hope they have the money and the revenue to help him out if he's not working. So at the end of the day, it's not my fault, this case, and everything. The cost is pretty bad. It could have gone away, But at the end of the day, everything's in my favor, this case, and other things that's happening around me that I have no control over, especially the property, is in my favor, actually. I'm tired of the rumors, people rumoring around, oh, you're going to get evicted. If you pay rent, you don't get evicted. This is not in there. It's blank copy of lease, if everybody would like to know. It's a blank copy release. It doesn't specify a lot of things. Now, under the health and safety of, like CPS, Texas Attorney General's office, anything involve water, flooding, poop, damaged carpet that I moved into was water damaged, cracked toilet bowls and stuff, it's actually a safety concern. There's actually something you can go down to the court and get, which is a piece of paper called tenant repair list. You therefore fill it out. I think you get notified, and then you turn around and you hand it to the property manager, and whatever it is, they have within so many days to fix it. You're entitled to actually $10,000 worth of damages. So, roof leak too, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm not really worried about it because, at the end of the day, it's the owners making a business decision. When they have more properties or rent that are not being filled. It's a look at the owner and not the property itself, or both. At the end of the day, the neighborhood I'm in is more country. This is not no city limits. You may say it's city limits or ETJ or whatever, but you come out here, there's mowers, there's four-wheelers, there's lars, there's campers, all sorts of stuff, trailers and stuff. So, you gotta look at the property itself when you're going to rent something and everything, and you can't get somebody from the city because more likely they're not going to do it. So yeah, that's about it I have to say. Yes, there's that rumor that Bradshaw is going to get sued for non-pickup. Unfortunately, Bradshaw legally can. With the audio from Chris from the city, the two audios from phone calls, he admits Bradshaw was the wrongdoing of it, and yes, there was 9 times that they didn't pick up. And unfortunately, since one of these cases is actually deal with the trash cans, yes, you can actually legally file suit against the city to recover or Bradshaw to recover money from your account and pain and suffering and stuff. So yeah, if you drive around the neighborhood, especially interurban, the other duplex area, by the school, on the other side of the school or the track, everybody's got their trash cans out. Everybody's got their trash cans full or trash next to it filling up. So, and there's some people that use the recycle bin as trash. We're not going to name anybody, but they do that in the country a lot. But yeah, at the end of the day, there's not really a case here, and the state court's going to see it. I've reached out to NBC5 a couple of times already for their comments and do an interview with them. So I haven't heard back from them just yet, but at the end of the day, to clean up this town is going to be hard. Because if you're gonna go after one person for barrels being full and barrels being on the side, and then you're not gonna pick up for 2 weeks, and you're the trash service and let it per person keep stacking it, and then you're gonna turn around and make a case because it's overflowing. Well, if you do your job the first time, it wouldn't be happening. I've noticed something, and my neighborhood has noticed something, and a lot of other people have noticed something too. There's something wrong with their polycart grabber. I've had a cart damaged. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook talk about how when their truck gets it, it's not getting all dumped. There's still a little bit, excess stuff on the bottom of the barrel. And that's for recycle day, and that's for trash day. I've seen that a lot. That's one thing that is going to be brought up to the city probably pretty soon because their contract is up soon, and everybody's talking about this. My neighborhood's talking about it. Other neighborhoods are talking about it. So, there must be something wrong with the polycart grabber dumper part because they're not dumping everything. And they haven't been in a couple months now. I'm not one to sit there and trash somebody as much, but I've noticed it, and I'm noticing a lot more now. I don't know if it's certain trucks or what it is, but other people have mentioned it too. On social media and private, messages and chats and text messages and stuff. Something that, this what I'm understanding, some people in the city are aware of it. But, at the end of the day, it's still going to be there for them to get. I mean, they'll either get it now or they'll get it tomorrow or next week, whatever. It's just going to keep adding up to it. I mean, eventually they have to get paid and everything. So, everybody knows prosecutor, the lawyer, and James Jacques Wade is testifying, all being paid by the city of Anna. So, right there, all you gotta do is file with the state. And the first part of the appeal says injustice, unfair trial, and that's it. Because they are all getting paid by the city, so they're going to rule against you no matter what. No matter what you say, what you do, they're going to rule against you. That's just the way they are. That's the way the city pays them. I'm going to probably say this. I'm actually saddened and shamed of Nate Pike. He's a real good guy. I stand behind him and support him, and he's the only guy that actually can stop the bullshit of this case, and I haven't really seen anything done. So at the end of the day, the mayor's the most powerful guy that can stop these cases, and Not now, I mean, at the end of the day, I can also charge the prosecutor for standing out of his truck and going into TxDOT's jurisdiction because for trespassing, because I'm good friends with the TxDOT boss out here, and I know for a fact that if I really want to pursue this case, I can get his okay with it and go after the prosecutor for trespassing. Just want to throw that out there too, by the way. But you know, at the end of the day, it's all good. No hard feelings. You know, I'll still be here, and I'm not going anywhere. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna fight. I'll continue to fight. If that means I have to fight the landlord over a non-renewal, she's going to have a legitimate reason. And at the end of the day, I have a legitimate reason right here to break the lease right now. I also have a legitimate reason right now to actually sue her. Because of the property damage that's around here and the property damage that continues to happen. A slip and fall outside is never good, especially when you're on camera and you slip and fall. We all know what those cases go to. You know, I think somebody needs to come out here and bring some dirt, suck up all the, septic, fill the septic, fix the septic. You know, I'm not worried about the carpet inside that's water damaged and ruined that when I first moved here. I'm not worried about the cracked toilet bowl or the outlet that doesn't work that's, lighting problem, because at the end of the day, if the outlet catches on fire, I'm getting paid because that's supposedly not necessary, and I have documented that. That's actually a fire hazard. I hope that James Doc Ray would like to, might want to come by, check the property outside. Yeah, there's some trash laying in the ground as